Welcome. Today I'll be leading you through a guided meditation that'll help boost the immune system. For the first couple of minutes, we'll talk about the immune system so you can visualize it in your mind's eye. And after that, we'll start the guided meditation. So very generally speaking, the immune system consists of skin, mucus, primary lymphoid organs, and secondary lymphoid organs. So in detail, what are those things? Skin, you're very familiar with. It's the first barrier of defense. Mucus, not just in the mouth and in the nasal lining, but in the throat, in the lungs, in the intestines, in the bowels, and in the pelvic cavity. Pathogens can get stuck in this substance and swept out and cleaned, very simply speaking. If you think of your lungs, when you breathe air in, the air goes down the larynx and the trachea, through the bronchi into the lungs. Cilia in those bronchi can sweep pathogens that get lodged in the mucus of the lining of the lungs. Primary lymphoid organs. These are where defense cells called lymphocytes are produced and mature in the body. Primary lymphoid organs include bone marrow, which is a spongy tissue inside certain bones that produces red blood cells, platelets, and white blood cells. These cells migrate into the bloodstream to reach other organs and tissues where they mature. In adults, bone marrow is found in the ribs, vertebrae, sternum, and pelvic bones. Another primary lymphoid organ is the thymus, which is behind the breastbone just above the heart. It's most developed in children. As we age, it turns into fat tissue. This is where T lymphocytes mature. T cells are like bodyguards and transformers. They constantly move through the body and watch the surface of all cells for change. When they notice non-self pathogens, they begin the immune response by turning into T killer cells or T effector helper cells that make other good cells stronger. Secondary lymphoid organs is where the fight happens. We have our tonsils around the mouth and throat, which contain many lymphocytes, and then the lymphatic system. You can think of this as a fine, thin net of walled green vessels that weave delicately throughout the body, with nodes concentrated in areas such as the neck, the armpits, between your lungs, around your gut, and at your hip crease or groin area. So in the body, in the space between the blood and body tissue, defense cells and proteins migrate and do their work. The lymph nodes pick up and filter this fluid. The nodes contain different defense cells which trap pathogens and activate antibody production in the blood. Then we have the spleen, which is in the upper left abdomen, beneath the breathing diaphragm. The spleen stores defense cells that are released into the blood to get to organs if needed. Macrophages or scavenger cells, T lymphocytes like the hall monitors, and B lymphocytes that produce antibodies. So now that we have a reminder of what creates the immune system, settle into a space that is comfortable. And we'll do a little visualization to boost this, get it activated. So hopefully you have space to lie down. If not, you're seated very comfortably. And just take 3 full breaths in and out. Let everything settle. Take a moment to notice what's in your environment so that as we go on, it won't be a distraction. Notice the temperature. Notice any sounds that may come and go during this time. And now notice yourself sinking, relaxing into the surface where you are situated. So from the outside in, we're going to boost the immune system. Think of a color that for you represents health, vitality, energy. There's no wrong color, just think of one that works for you. And once you have that color, we're going to start from the top of the head and do a scan. So you want to imagine that color, that healthy, vibrant, energetic, immune-boosting color surrounding your skin. So drop a little quarter-sized portion of that color on the crown of your head. And whether it's moved by warm air or the warmth of your body, it's moving like a liquid. Imagine how it's going to travel and start sending that quarter-sized drop of color from the crown of your head down the back of your head, down the back of your neck, and also gently covering the sides of your head and your ears, your forehead, your nose and your cheekbones, your lips and your chin and your neck. It's nothing constricting. It's just integrating with your skin, very easy to breathe through. Down the front of your neck. Now again, imagine this healthy, vibrant, immune-boosting color draping down your right shoulder and your right arm, the upper arm, the elbows, the forearm, and your right hand. And over to your left shoulder, this color is integrating with the skin on your left shoulder, your upper arm, your elbow, your forearm, and your left hand. And it continues down and is integrated with the skin covering your chest, the front of your torso, the sides of your torso, your shoulder girdle in the back, your upper back, mid back, and lower back are all beginning to be protected and infused with this immune-boosting color. And it drapes further down your hips, your gluteal region, the fronts of your legs, the backs of your legs, including your knees and your lower legs. Imagine it surrounding your ankles and the entire surface of your feet, the tops of your feet, your heels, and the bottoms of your feet. Now imagine this energized, smart color infusing your nasal passage. You can think of it like fizz in a fizzy drink. And each little bubble of fizz is sending those immune boosting cells to these areas. So your nasal passage, down your throat, and again that color infusing into your bronchi of your lungs, and integrating and infusing your right lung. And your left lung. Imagine the immune boosting cells, the color that you chose, that fizz, infusing the thymus region behind the breastbone, above the heart. And from there, it's starting to activate the immune boosting cells in the bone marrow. So imagine your ribs. If it's helpful to touch them, you can. But each rib, imagine being infused with this vibrant, colorful bunch of fizzy cells filled with immune boosting power. So the upper ribs, the middle ribs, and the lower ribs, all being fused with defense cells ready to work. And now go to your spine in your mind's eye, the top of your spine, or the base of your skull. And imagine those vertebrae, the 7 cervical vertebrae, being infused with this color. These immune cells ready to do their work. And below the cervical vertebra, the spine in between your shoulder blades, all the way down to your lumbar vertebra, your lower back. So that color, those immune boosting cells filling the vertebra of your lower back and your sacrum. And continuing on into your hip bones. Now let's take a moment to activate the tonsils. So around the sides of your neck. Inside, imagine that color, those fizzy cells, the defense fighting cells. Infusing the tonsils. And the area at the back of your throat. The area underneath your tongue. Many lymphocytes getting activated and ready to protect you throughout the day. And now let's think of the lymphatic system. So doing an internal scan of your body, at the beginning we had the color infusing your skin, This time, allow that immune boosting color, those healthy cells that are ready to fight and protect you against pathogens, integrating the space inside your body, so around your brain, down through your neck, and in all these areas, the lymphatic cells will integrate this color. So from your neck into your right arm, right armpit, left arm and left armpit, traveling around the muscles, the bones, the tissue, being absorbed by the lymphatic system, these healthy, vibrant, immune-boosting cells, continuing down through your chest cavity, filling the space in between your lungs, around your organs, filling the space around your lower abdomen and the pelvic cavity, filling the space of your hip crease, and traveling down the upper legs and the lower legs. So take the last few minutes here to enjoy the breath and visualize your whole body now filled with this vibrant, fizzy, color, substance, immune boosting color and substance that has activated the healthy cells of your body. As internally they scan and scan and scan, protect everything that is you and healthy, and sweep away anything that is unwanted for the optimal functioning of your body. Notice if there is now a temperature that's associated with this color, this substance. And let that fill your entire body from head to neck to shoulders, throughout your chest and your torso, your hips, the right leg, the left leg, and both feet. If there's any one area that you know needs some extra attention, you can imagine this fizzy color, these immune boosting cells surrounding, gently holding that area that needs extra attention. And with that last thought and this last breath, I will say good day.